of our local, our regional and our international viewers, thank you kindly for choosing Real TV, where we bring reality to you. My dear friends, a very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I am Zelisa Budusing Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, get your pen, get your notebook, Real TV, so you could take notes on important numbers that will be helpful for you and your loved ones. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Mr. Robert Batiste. On behalf of the team, we'd like to wish each and every one of you a beautiful, blessed, productive and great day today. It's Friday, the 31st of October 2025. It's a day and time we'll never have the opportunity to ever have again in life. Don't procrastinate, don't waste your time. It's also the last day of this month of October. Never, ever, ever to have again. So use your time wisely. Be smart about the choices you make today, which will determine your tomorrows. And if you are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday. Robert, let's get the date correctly, please. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours. That's someone special. Don't take them for granted. Don't take life for granted. Tomorrow is not promised. Let's quickly go to our quote for today, coming to us with the kind compliments of Fab in the Expo. And our quote says, when you are kind to others, it not only changes you, it changes the world. When you are kind to others, it not only changes you, it changes the world. And you could make or break somebody's day by your attitude, by your kindness, by a smile, by simply saying good morning, how are you, thank you, being pleasant. We are in control of these things, yeah? So thank you for that. Let's go to the ad quickly, please. Fab in the Expo.
The Fab India Expo announces its after Diwali sale. As we approach closing, enjoy store-wide discounts on all your favorite items. Plus, don't miss the Meat Festival at Zyka Restaurant, featuring delicious Indian-style curries and grilled meats. Hurry, the Fab India Expo closes on November 9th. Fab India Expo, opposite Medford Gas Station in Chaguanas.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas!
It's the Mid-Center Mall Christmas Market from December 5th to the 28th. Experience the magic of the season with over 300 local and international merchants, multiple restaurants, and daily stage performances. Fun for the entire family with a bouncy castle for the kids and the perfect place for Christmas shopping. The Mid-Center Mall Christmas Market, where the spirit of Christmas comes alive.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. And, I always invite you to have a notebook and a pen, and it's because you can take down important notes and numbers that will be helpful for you and your loved ones, all right? This morning I'm in conversation with a gentleman. I think he's a hero in this land, and I'm very pleased to be in conversation with Mr. Walter Stewart. Mr. Stewart is the president of the TTNPTA, which has been in existence for over 60 years. And I'm speaking of no other than Mr. Stewart, who is currently the president. He's been doing a fabulous job. We're very fortunate to have him with us. And it is about celebrating. It's a celebration of the PTA.
It is
good morning, sir, and welcome.
Good morning, Zelisa, and good morning to your viewership. Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we always look forward to Friday in hope of a great weekend. And sometimes when we get too anxious, we lose the essence of a Friday. We lose the beauty of a Friday of a day, But it's great to have you with us.
Good
I
to
know
be here.
this
Thanks
is an important week for you all. And also it's on the heels of wonderful things that's happening in terms of your elections.
Sure.
Good.
Well, PTA Week is the featured calendar item in terms of what we do as the National Parent Teacher Association organization is normally the end of October into the first week in November.
Yeah.
So we started on Sunday 26th of October, and of course we end with our Conference of Delegates. The conference is really the highest decision-making organ or body of the organization. So a lot of what we do and what takes place in the organization would be answered and solved at tomorrow's Conference of Delegates.
Nice. So a lot of those questions that are there pending,
Yes.
of course, they will be able to have a voice.
Correct. And
an
of course,
air
review
as
what
well.
we have been able to do over the past year as well.
Great review. In terms of you being the president for the past year, could you give us a little insight, perhaps, of what has a little,
Sure. Actually, it's 2 years because it's a 2-year tenure. I was elected on the 11th of November 2023. So I have served, well, a little under 2 years in office. It has been a very, up and down situation, so to speak. You've had your mountaintops experiences, and of course, you've had your valleys as well, like in any organization.
Correct.
But our main focus has always been the interest of our nation's children. There are about 200,000 students in Trinidad and Tobago. Early Childhood Care and Education Center, primary school, and secondary school.
Correct.
And our remit, our focus, laser focused as we are, is really to ensure that they are properly served and that their interests are well kept. That's our mandate. And we have been doing a fairly good job at that.
Well, within the time, we have faced a general election and a new government is in place.
Yes.
So, of course, I'm sure there are new things that would have been implemented. One of the things that we saw with this new government is the fact that now police officers were placed in schools.
Correct.
And today we are actually going to be talking about school safety and security.
Good.
And if you'll allow me, please, we do have a video that I'd like to play for our viewers. And so, Mr. Director, if you could go to those videos, I'll really appreciate it. And this is what's actually still happening, despite the fact that we've got police officers in some of the schools, not all of our schools. We still see this sort of barbaric behavior by our sons and daughters. And it's alarming, it's scary.
Appalling,
And it's not just the behavior. But my director came in the office this morning when I sent him. He said, Missy, I can't use the audio, because the audio, the profanity and the curse words, the words that are spitting out of these children, you're asking yourself, but why are they full of venom and they're so angry? It's as if they're just angry.
Yeah, exactly.
They're so angry.
Yeah,
and they behave in such a barbaric way. Could we go to the clips, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Now, I've noticed this before and I'll say it again, sir. Yes. Watch how they aim for this child's head. Her
Yes,
and it's girls.
Thank you.
Not that we should be, saying, well, about
gender.
Yes, I'm not bringing gender, but you would think that they would have some sort of decency.
Thank you.
And some sort of, look at this little child.
I know, exactly.
What could she possibly do?
Correct.
To begin with,
Yes,
they're not within their rights to beat somebody's
like
child
that.
like this or beat this child and hit her in her head, her back. I mean, what is this?
Yeah, awful, really awful.
What is this?
Yeah.
Really
I
think, and there we have a little young man who is stepping in to stop it.
Which is good.
So I applaud this child.
Correct. Yeah.
But then
Excellent.
the child that is recording this
as well.
should be held accountable as well.
That's
Go
correct.
get help. Get a teacher.
Thank you.
Look at this is inside of a classroom now.
Wow.
Now I'm not sure if it's the same school, but I'm looking at the uniform.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, well, it looks similar. Mr.
Wow. This is
Mr.
awful.
Stewart,
This is awful.
You
this
are
is awful. Yeah.
You could kill somebody like
Of course.
this.
Yes, certainly. Could become
you
fatal.
Could kill.
Yeah, look at those chairs. Wow.
Hit in the wrong place.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean,
this is awful. This is awful.
And again, let me show you. It's girls.
Girls. Yeah.
I don't want to speculate or say, but it perhaps is over a boy.
I don't know exactly. Yeah, you never
I don't know. I'm not to be confirmed
Speculation.
on that. I'm speculating.
Yeah.
But what is this in our classroom? So you sending your child to school.
Could you imagine?
Your child could be watching or spectating and be. I see there. I don't know if that's
another one.
A
This
teacher.
is probably another school or something. Maybe
What
another
is
school.
this? Is this another one? Well, this is a different school.
Yeah, this is a different school.
I'm not sure if that is a teacher or if that is a principal. But
sure.
we would have had in the past, sir, where we saw a child beaten
A teacher?
with a dustbin. So the teacher's life at risk too.
That's right.
Because you don't know when a child could explode. You don't know when they could lose it, when they could cross that line.
Yeah.
So the gentleman is on the phone. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here.
Right.
But I'm not sure if an argument is taking place. Mr. Director, you...
Oh, there is.
So they are speaking to the gentleman. Like, I'm not sure if that's a teacher or the principal.
He's a teacher?
Yeah, so you lose all respect for the teacher. First of all, he's on the phone.
Correct, exactly, yeah.
And you're arguing with him?
Yeah.
Do you know what it's about, Robert? What the argument is about? Could you? Not sure.
No.
But they were arguing with
The teacher, yeah. Yes. Oh, okay.
Oh. I mean, what is this? So when it comes to safety and when it comes to security, thank you, Robert. That's it? Yeah. This really hurt my heart. I actually saw this and sent this clip because it really bothered me.
Yeah. And this is totally appalling, yeah? And of course, the National Council of PTA has a zero tolerance when it comes to what we are seeing here before us. It is deplorable, really.
Thank you, Robert. What sort of discipline?
Yeah.
If we're talking now about safety and security, we understand the root to the problem, we're seeing the problem.
Yes.
Let us talk solutions.
I know. And we have been advocating that there has to be some deeper issues rather than what we are seeing playing off here now. There has to be a look at the community from which these children originate. There needs to be a look at the parenting background and history from where these children originate. There needs to be a look at the socioeconomic situations facing these children. And we have advocated in the past, we have to deal with these situations from the formative years of the child's educational journey. When the child enters the primary school at the infant level, 5 years, 6 years old, we have to do some interventions, early interventions and screenings, not only on auditory or vision or physical, but also on the child's background as well, socioeconomic, and if possible as well, allow your social workers to get into the homes as well and speak directly with the parents and see what is taking place there. There has to be a cause for all this.
Sir, I will shake your hands. I totally agree.
Yeah.
We have to have that sort of intervention.
Correct.
Where
Early.
you get into the home environment
Correct.
and do a little research, find out what is going on.
That's right.
Now, a lot of people will argue there are two sides to the coin. They say, well, I will blame the parents because the parents, it's what kind of environment, what kind of bringing, what kind of whatever. But then the other side of the coin is these children are not little children. They've got a mind of their own. And sometimes they do things that the parents...
And listen, some of these students as well are one face at home. They get into the school, a different face, the same child, the same child.
I've said that before.
Got you.
The child that's at home
is
complete in front of the parent
of course,
or parents.
Totally.
And the child that goes to the grandparents' home or the auntie's home when they go on vacation is completely different again. And the child in school is different. You are not there to monitor to see what your children are doing.
That's right. Let me get biblical as well. We ought to train up a child in the way that they should go, so that when they are old, they would not depart from it. But of course, there's so much that a parent could do. And of course, we hope that all the parents who inculcate moral and spiritual values can ensure that these values follow the child throughout their adult life.
You're absolutely correct. Scientists would have said from birth to 7 years.
Correct.
Until you die, you learn 75% of what you learn from birth to 7 years old is what you take for the rest of your. So if you teach your child brush your teeth 3 times a day, they will do it.
Of course.
If you teach them good morning, good afternoon, no thank you, thank you, may I have, please sit down, uncle or auntie or grandma or grandpa. If you teach, may I have this. Not because you have it. Yes, you're working hard and you're giving it to them. But it is important that they still ask, may I have this so that they know you don't cross the line.
Those first 7 years are vital, essential, and critical in the child's upbringing. You're so correct. So correct.
Now, I'm now going to talk to you a little bit about the influence of social media. I'm going to talk about movies. I'm going to talk about who's taking care of the child when you are working?
No, correct.
We're going to talk about you sending them to play football or cricket or whatever.
Yes.
But who are the people around them that will influence them?
Exactly.
Take a little cigarette, take a little pull, take a little drink.
Yep,
there are lots of other negative influences that our children are bombarded. I'm not looking for excuses.
No, not at all.
There's
in no way.
excuse, but these are things that we have to also take into consideration.
When I was growing up, you see, the economic situation, of course, is different. My father was a breadwinner, and he was outside. He was a principal, a teacher as well. So he was working. My mother was always a housewife.
Yeah.
So that there was always that nurturing, that caring, that developmental stages that she was able to hone in on us from infants right up until, regrettably now, because of the economic situation, both parents are out. Sometimes all day, into night as well. And almost as though the children are on their own, raising and rearing themselves.
You're absolutely correct.
In comes problems and challenges because of that.
The child is taking care of the other children.
Exactly so. The eldest or the elder child is nurturing
some
the
of the
siblings.
times this child is 8 or 10 years old,
Right,
or even younger, and you leave these kids unattended.
Yeah, that's right.
And neighbor, you'll
That's
check
right.
the
Keep an
child.
eye.
The neighbor, that's not their responsibility.
Not at all.
That's not their responsibility.
And we no longer have it takes a village to raise a child. Each person is minding his own business to the detriment of the...
We are no longer at a place where we had the extended family.
That's it.
The
Correct.
grandparents and the parents and an auntie,
aunts,
the uncles,
exactly.
cousins.
That's right, yeah.
So if the village, as a matter of fact, you couldn't walk outside and not say good morning,
Thank
miss,
you,
good
thank
morning,
you.
sir.
Yeah.
Or you can't go and steal mangoes, or you can't, because you
No,
know very well
exactly,
anybody could correct you what you're doing there.
That's right.
Why you're not in school?
Yeah, not this rounds, not at all, unfortunately, yeah. Because almost as though the parents are now going to be offended and want to attack you if you insist.
Exactly.
It's awful.
So
it's
the
awful.
morals, change is inevitable.
We
It's
understand.
the only thing that's going to be realize
Correct,
that.
yeah.
But the fact is we've really lost the essence of good morals and values and good family upbringing.
Correct. And how we long to get back to those days. We long for that because something is missing. Definitely.
It's really not, and I've said this and I will say it again, and I make no apology when I say this. It is not the duty and responsibility of the teacher or the school to be bringing up your child. It is their duty and responsibility to educate your child.
Correct. And even in that, I'm the first teacher as the parent. And of course, we have to instill those values from very early in the child. Don't give it up to miss or sir at all. That is your responsibility. That is your duty. That's your job.
Don't leave it up to when we talk about correcting, or we talk about, it's how you send your child to school as well.
Right. Yeah.
Whether your child is dressed properly, whether your these are simple things that make a statement, but it's very important. It's things that we teach our children about proper hygiene. Make sure and take a bath every morning. Make sure you're well kept. Your hair is all in place. Your tie. When you go to school, you must look like you're going to school.
Exactly. Well said.
You're not going to school to play. You're going to school to be educated.
That's correct. Yeah.
And we are losing these values. So, sir, in your role as the president of such a dynamic organization, do we need then to go on a national campaign to teach parents about being parents?
You are so on target. And we have submitted to the government, outgoing and the incoming. In other words, the present government has on their desk a 21-page document from us, National Parent-Teacher Association, with regards to a parenting program for our communities, because parents must take some blame for what is taking place in our societies. And there needs to be a structured program to take throughout the length of Trinidad and Tobago to be able to educate our parents on the proper way of parenting, because certainly we have lost our way.
Mr. Stewart, let's not deny the fact that we've had children are having children.
That's another point as well.
Children are having children.
Yep, you are correct.
How can you be a parent when you're still a child?
Correct.
You still need a parent.
Of course.
You don't know how to begin to be a parent.
Great. Yeah, and picture that parent, teenager, as that person might be, rearing a child as well. What kind of values then, as we are saying? could you instill in that child when you yourself are a child?
When that child is realizing, I am being robbed of being a teenager.
Exactly.
I am being, so there's a lot of rage and animosity, a lot of hate.
Of course.
In most cases, the father is no longer in the picture. He's not taking.
Exactly.
That's perhaps in some cases where the grandparents will jump in
Right.
and say, well, I will be
to assist.
parent
Exactly.
and co-parent. But in
Yeah.
most cases, you want to be a big woman, be a big woman
Thank
and
you.
have your child and
Exactly.
take it. And
Yeah.
then this young lady is going from partner to partner to partner,
Right.
hoping without fixing
I know.
herself,
Yep.
without
Yeah.
fixing the problem.
Exactly.
Going from person to person,
Yeah.
having many children.
Multiple. Exactly. Yeah.
And children cannot identify on
Not at
Father's
all,
Day
not
who
at
is
all.
my father.
Exactly. That is really the sad situation, but it's the sad reality that we must face, unfortunately.
Whose job is it to fix it?
Well, there needs to be a holistic approach, and of course, I want to also involve the religious element here as well. Be it Christian, Hindu, Muslim, they have to also play a role. And many times we find the religious hierarchy very quiet, very dormant when it comes to these issues, and we have to play a role. Just recently, I was telling someone that there has to be a back to God, as it were, starting with our schools as well. And even parents should inculcate as well those values where you put your knees on the ground every morning and you pray to
Agreed.
your God.
How many families or how many homes really encourage their children or sit
you.
a prayer, family
Yeah.
that prays together, stays
Stays
together.
together. Yeah.
Prayer is important.
Critical.
The
Very
understanding of the greatness of God, whether
Yes.
you are a Muslim,
Right.
you're correct.
Yeah.
Whether you're a Hindu, Muslim,
Whatever-
Catholic,
correct.
Buddhism, whatever you
Whatever.
are,
Exactly.
you must have that rock, that
Yes.
anchor and understanding that there is accountability to God.
Amen.
We have rules
Well
and,
said. Correct.
and
Yeah.
regulations,
Sure,
and you don't
sure.
cross that line.
Yeah, definitely.
And these are when you say,
Yeah.
sir, that you also hold the mosque,
correct.
the temple,
Correct,
the
correct.
church
Yes, correct.
in the community.
Yeah.
I stand with you.
Thank you very much.
It is
Appreciate
also
that.
their duty and responsibility.
There is.
When you come, it is part of
Yeah.
helping your community to blossom and to grow, to fix. They should be able to have some sort of council where you sit as
Right.
well and have a
Yeah.
little counseling.
Correct.
With
I will go further and tell you, in my second term in office, I want to meet with the IRO, Interreligious Organization,
Yes,
and
great.
see how we can partner
Beautiful.
and bring us back from the brink. If we continue this
Absolutely
way,
beautiful.
it will cause more mayhem, more problems.
Absolutely truthful and beautiful,
Yeah.
and I applaud you. I think
Thank
that's
you.
a brilliant
That's the
idea.
way that we have to work.
That body, that interreligious body,
Correct,
is extremely
correct.
important
Yeah.
to work together to find the solutions.
Certainly.
Because we can't sit idly by and let it
No,
think that
no,
it's
no,
okay and
no,
it's
no.
going to fix itself. It's going
Yeah.
to just get worse.
Deteriorate.
And
correct.
we are
Yeah.
going to have a terrible future.
Yes.
Because if
Yeah.
our children are broken now,
Yes, yes,
they're
yes.
hurting and they're behaving like that, what sort of parents are they going to be?
Correct. So put
What
your
sort of future
grandchildren,
are going
great
to have?
Exactly.
You go to work and
exactly.
because somebody tell you something or somebody do
Lash
say
out.
one and you
Yeah.
take and you give them a slap.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
We have seen it already where you're stuck in traffic and because somebody give a bad drive, a
Yeah,
man
yeah.
come up with a
I know.
cutlass to
Yeah,
beat a man.
exactly, yeah.
What is that?
It's awful.
You
It's
stand
awful.
up in the bank in a line and somebody break the line. Now
Yes,
you have
yes, yes.
before you would I'm telling you the truth, I
Got
would say,
you.
excuse me,
You-
there's a line.
Right,
Please,
sit in it.
I don't do it anymore.
don't?
I keep a zip. I'm afraid
They would
because
almost
people
attack
are
you.
so
Yes,
exactly.
they would, yeah.
You go in the supermarket, the same thing people break because people just lawless.
Lawless,
Let me tell you,
lawless,
people who
lawless.
just
It's a
they don't
lawless
care.
society.
They live and
Yeah.
they don't care.
Exactly,
They're like bullies.
exactly. Correct, yeah.
Right?
Correct.
There were times I would say, there is a line, could you kindly
Please.
go,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
I'm afraid to do it. I will not.
You allow them. Yeah.
Better stay quiet
Thank you.
because
Yeah.
you could
You
get a
never know.
slap, they
Yeah,
could hit
you
you down
never
with
know.
something.
Yeah.
Prevention is better than
Better-
cure. And it's
that's the way.
because of the world that we're living in
Yes,
now,
yes,
Mr.
yes.
Stewart.
Of course it is. This is highly
And
regrettable.
our children are exposed to it.
And they see what's going on as
And
well.
they think it's okay.
Exactly.
It's acceptable.
Exactly. I'm not trying to condemn the parliament. If you look at what is taking place
Oh,
sometimes.
please.
Exactly.
Please.
And our children, you are correct, are seeing, they are witnessing what's taking place there.
If our leaders
Thank you.
behave
Yes.
in a childish
Right.
or I am sometimes in awe.
Appalled.
Is this what is
That's
happening?
correct. Exactly. Before our very eyes, we are seeing
What
what's taking place
examples are
in
you
our
setting
parliament.
for children and the words and the way you're
That's
using
right.
it? And
Yes.
you can't. sometimes you have to have some level of respect for yourself and your
Decorum,
office.
that's correct, exactly.
I agree
exactly.
with you there.
Yeah.
This is the program Conversations with Zelisa. Today I am in conversation with Mr. Walter Stewart. Mr. Stewart is the president of the Parents Teachers Association. This is a body that has been in existence for over 60 years. And today we're talking about our children, our future.
Yeah.
And if we don't get it right, if we don't fix it right now, we're going to have a terrible future. Our leaders, we're in trouble. We're in troubled waters
Yes.
if we don't find solutions and fix it as of yesterday. Let's go to these important messages. Stay with us.
We all are aware of the disaster caused by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. Families have lost everything. You can make a difference. We at Real TV are asking you to partner with us. We are collecting non-perishable food items, bottled water, baby supplies, toiletries, and cleaning supplies to help those affected. Every donation counts. Every act of kindness helps rebuild lives. Drop off your items at Real TV, Level 3, Fred's Plaza, number 26 Eastern Main Road, San Juan. Together, we can bring hope and relief to those who need it most. Let's stand strong for Jamaica. Let's stand together. Partner with us at Real TV. Thank you so much for choosing us.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Life is unpredictable. Your protection shouldn't be. At Sukhdeo Singh Financial Services, we cut through the complexity of insurance to deliver what truly matters: confidence and security for you, your family, and your business. From protecting your daily drive and securing your home, to safeguarding your health and your team at work, we offer personalized solutions for every need. Why choose us? Our clients trust us, and we were proudly named Top Agency of the Month for August 2025. Let us find you the best coverage at a competitive rate with the reliable service you can count on. Ready for a simpler insurance experience? Let's talk. Call us at 7132464, email quoteshelly@gmail.com, or stop by our office at Ramsing Plaza, Chaguanas. Sukhdeo Singh Financial Services Limited, where your peace of mind comes first.
Transform your space at Mirage Wholesalers Limited with our exquisite range of crown moldings, skirtings, chair rails, architraves, medallions, corbels, and more classy embellishments. And now, discover our new joinery material, including PVC sheets, two-sided white melamine, and plain or moisture-resistant MDF sheets. Visit us today at Tidco Industrial Estate, Caroni, or call us at 645-9588.
At Ramsaran Dairy Products, we're all about freshness, health, and pure enjoyment. Our drinks come in pure paperboard cartons, clean, safe, and eco-friendly, because caring for you also means caring for our planet. So skip the plastic and styrofoam and choose a healthier lifestyle with Ramsaran's biodegradable packaging. Indulge in our creamy, smooth, and delicious peanut punch and soursop milk drinks, made with real goodness in every sip. And don't forget our refreshing orange, pineapple, and Mauby dairy drinks, each one carefully crafted for your pure enjoyment. For sales and services, contact us today. Give us a call, send us an email, or visit us at Lot 15 Label Boulevard, Trin City Industrial Estate. Ramsaran Dairy Products. Pure taste, pure care, pure you.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. To all of our local, regional and international viewers, thank you so much for choosing us, allowing us to add value, to influence you in a positive way so you could make better choices and better decisions. When we make better choices, obviously our tomorrows will be better. Knowledge is power. And this is a conversation that is important. It is important not just for parents, but grandparents, aunties, uncles, neighbors, everybody. Because we all need to be on the same page, especially when it comes to the children, their welfare, their upbringing, their education. In terms of just being holistic, we need to understand the importance of what we teach our children. Certainly it's what you give is what you get in return, the investment you make. And I'm not talking about financial investment here. I'm talking about the investment you make as parents, the morals and values that you inculcate into the lives of our children. I'm in conversation with President of the Parent Teachers Association, Mr. Walter Stewart. Welcome back, sir. And today we are talking about the safety and security of our children. And we're not just talking about the safety and security of the children that are fighting and being bad. We're talking about the safety and security of every child in this country. Every child in this country. It is important that we understand how important every child is.
Sure.
We don't take that child for granted.
Definitely.
And of course, like we both establish and understand, it starts in the home.
Definitely.
It would start,
Definitely.
and we both agree.
Oh, yeah.
It is the duty and responsibility of the parent.
Yeah.
You know, Mrs. Stewart, I would have said this before and I will say it again. And I mince no words by saying it. If you know in your heart and in your soul you cannot afford to take care of a child, you cannot give that child a good home, you cannot give that child of yourself, of your time, you cannot provide for this child. I'm talking about now food, I'm talking about educating this child, I'm talking about giving this child what that child deserves, then do not become a parent.
Leave it alone. Exactly. Leave
It's
it alone.
not for you.
That's right.
And that's fine.
Correct.
That's okay.
Exactly.
I appreciate and applaud people who say kids are not for me.
That's
know?
right. Yep.
And you're well within your rights. I appreciate people that say that because you're honest.
It's a Herculean task, really, to be a parent. It is.
Yes. I remember recently speaking to a couple that I actually met in Guyana. They were from Suriname. I interviewed them.
Good.
And, you know, in conversation after the interview, you know, we're just talking about each other and things like that. And so I said, so how many children do you have? And they said, we don't have any, and we choose not to have any because they're so consumed with their business and what they do. And I said to them, I really applaud you and appreciate you because you understand your life is invested in each other and your business, and you don't have the time for kids.
Exactly. So just leave it alone.
Leave it alone. It's not for you, and that's fine.
Yeah, of course.
That's fine.
Of course. You want to bring the children into the world and now suffer them because of your inadequacy, your time, effort, as the case might be. You know, we should not want to venture that way at all.
There are situations, let's understand that we respect and understand. A husband or wife may pass, may die. You get divorced.
Yes.
One of the partners decide they're going to go abroad. One decide, well, I'm not taking no responsibility. This is not my child.
Got you. Exactly.
They abandon the whole relationship. They abandon the child, everything. And so there are situations like that. And we understand.
Yes, there are.
But that doesn't mean you make an excuse because you would dish that.
That's right.
It means then that you've got double work to do.
That's correct.
And
that's
you
correct.
do it.
Fully agree with you.
Pick up your pieces and move on.
Got you.
You know?
As you mentioned, all children, I wanted to make a plug here for special needs children.
Please.
Challenged children.
Yes.
I'm happy that in the budget this year, the government has made an allowance, an allocation of about $11 million to assist what they call partnering schools but 13 partnering schools would be funded with this $11 million. And that is so very instructive.
It is.
That they are placing emphasis on inclusive education because all our children have potential. No matter their challenges.
They should not be.
Not at all.
They should not be targeted,
Not
or they
at all.
should not be denied
That's
the
it.
opportunity of
Correct.
an education
Yes,
or
yes,
equal
yes.
rights
Of course.
because So yes,
We applaud.
beautiful
Yeah, we
initiative.
yes,
we certainly
fantastic.
applaud. I clearly remember also, the Prime Minister reaching out to single women, helping
as
with
well.
milk and things like
Right,
that.
exactly,
Understanding
exactly.
the importance of how difficult it is
Yes,
for single
yes,
parents
yes,
and some
yes,
of the
yes.
problems
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the challenges they
Of course,
face,
yeah.
especially when you have more than one or two or three
That's
children.
right, yeah. And it could be
It's
challenging.
difficult.
It could be
Of
challenging,
course it
yeah.
can be. I've got one and I understand
Thank you very
how
much.
difficult
Yeah,
it is.
exactly. And picture
So-
that by 2 or by 3 or by 4, you know?
I don't know
yeah,
how they do
exactly.
it.
Could be difficult. Could be difficult.
We see the need as well for children in terms of arts.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know what is your take,
Yeah.
but the importance of extracurricular. When I
Correct,
say
yes,
extracurricular,
yeah.
I'm now talking about sport. Put them,
Right.
channel them in
Yes,
places
yes.
where their strengths
Exactly,
or their
exactly.
gifts, as some of us say,
Right.
could be developed.
Yeah.
So we look at singing, dancing,
Yes, of
playing an
course, yeah,
instrument,
yeah.
playing a sport, getting them involved, sewing,
Yes, exactly.
doing
exactly.
things perhaps not if, let's say, off to school care. I don't want to
Right.
say it like
No,
that.
no, no, no.
But in every community, we've got community centers
Centers,
that are
exactly,
set up.
exactly.
Why don't we utilize
Put them to good
that?
use. Yeah.
Bring back teachers,
Yes. Yes.
principals,
Right.
who would have retired,
Yes.
but they've got a passion and they love. Give
Yeah.
them a little stipend.
Something.
Give them, we're
Exactly.
saying
Yeah,
give them a
something.
full salary
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
understand funds are limited.
Right.
But the truth is,
Yeah.
most of these people have a heart
Yeah,
and love
Yes,
and passion
certainly,
for
certainly.
children.
You're so
Why
correct,
can't
yeah.
we capitalize? When I say capitalize, I mean use their years of experience, their knowledge,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
apply it into the
Certainly,
community
certainly.
centers, perhaps 1 day a week,
Yeah,
2 days a
yeah,
week,
yeah,
whatever, where we could get people to help our children to develop.
Yeah.
If not the community centers, I go back, I'm going to piggyback on what you said,
Yeah.
the mosques,
Yes.
the temples,
Correct. Yeah. The churches.
the churches.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Why can't you all develop, pull the strengths of the
Yeah.
people that are already involved
Yeah,
in
yeah.
your church or your mosque or your temple and say, okay, Mr. So-and-so, Miss So-and-so, you can do dance this evening, you could do this, you could do that. Give of these services,
Correct,
give
yeah.
back to the community.
So Lisa, you are so spot on. Because what we are looking for at the end of the day is the holistic child. It's more than academia. As you said, extracurricular activities, so sports, culture, using your hands, your gifts as well, and be able to develop that holistic child. As we are on that as well, not all children are academically inclined. And there are some of those people, some of those children, who are very gifted with their hands, and they can be good plumbers, electricians, mechanics, seamstresses, as you were suggesting, hairdressers, nail tech, and they can still make a worthwhile contribution to society and earn an honest day's work for an honest day's pay as well.
Mr. Stewart, you ever really sat down and think about the good money that such people make?
Thank you very much.
Sometimes they make more money than people who study for years.
Zelisa, I give
Not
this- I
only
give
that,
this-
they work on their own time.
Sure, exactly,
They do
exactly.
things,
Yeah.
They could, and they're happy doing what they're doing,
Correct,
because they
correct,
love
correct.
doing what they're
Yeah.
doing.
I give this experience all the time. I was doing something at my home recently with a plumber. The plumber came and didn't spend more than 10 minutes. When I asked him, what's the bill, sir? $300 for 10 minutes. Picture that 10 minutes in an 8-hour a day. How much would he leave
But
with?
it's the same. We had a guy, I had to service one of the AC units. Remember,
Right.
Robert? And the guy, how long he said? Not even half an hour. Not even half an hour.
Right.
$300.
There you have it. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. if let us say they do something for $500 an hour,
Yeah.
8 files are 40,
In one day.
4
That's
files
one.
are 20.
Thank you.
Think of the
Thank
money
you.
that people are making.
Exactly.
And tax-free money.
Correct. Exactly. A tidy
Pundits.
sum. Yeah.
Pundits. I'm just saying, when they go to do a
The prayers or
puja, they
something.
do
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
or a pastor when
Yes.
they do a funeral and everybody dying every minute. I'm just saying
Yes,
there are
yes,
people
yes.
in certain fields that do make
yes.
good money.
They do.
And
They
they
do.
work for
They
it,
do.
they deserve it.
Oh, yes,
They
certainly.
work for it, it's
Yeah,
theirs.
yeah,
We're not
yeah.
checking their money.
No, in no way,
But
in
the
no
point
way.
is we are making examples so
Correct,
that you can
yeah.
understand
Yeah.
that sometimes you may want your child to be a doctor or
Right,
lawyer,
yes,
and they're
yes, yes.
frustrated. I know many doctors are very unhappy at the hospital.
They are, yes,
And they
they
give
are.
their heart,
Yes,
but
of
they're
course,
so
of course.
disenchanted because they
Yeah.
don't have the supplies that they need.
Right,
They
right.
Listen, I always tell people, a doctor is a very difficult job, you know.
It is, it
because
is.
every day
Yeah.
they go out there and
Yeah.
all they face is negativity. You
Yep,
know, they don't
yep,
see
yep,
smiling
yep.
faces.
No,
you know, Mrs. Stewart,
correct, exactly,
they
exactly.
see people in pain and
Pain,
in hurt
yes,
and
yes,
crying
dismay,
and bleeding.
yes, yep,
They
yep.
see people that are broken.
Correct, yes.
And they
Yeah.
need to fix those
Of
people. So they're
course,
under
of course.
pressure.
Yeah.
It's a
Not easy,
job that
not
it's
easy.
very stressed.
It is indeed.
I
It is
wouldn't want
indeed.
my
It is
child to be a
indeed.
doctor.
It is indeed, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
after, I often wonder how they balance their
Yeah,
time.
it's difficult.
How
it's
do they,
difficult.
police officers as
well?
well.
Yeah, as well, yeah.
So there are people that are in that we really need to understand the nature of what we do.
They're stressful jobs.
Teachers as well.
Oh, but don't talk about exactly.
Today
yeah.
we're talking about the Parent Teachers Association. Do
yeah.
we really ever sit as parents and think of how difficult it is to sit in a classroom?
It tells you
I
mental-
have
yeah.
one, I know, I
You will
understand.
know, yeah, exactly.
And in that class there are 35 children.
Similar to your one, exactly. Yeah, correct.
30 different. You have
Of
the class
course,
clown, they have the one
yes.
that can't sit quiet
That's-
because they're full of energy. You
Yeah.
have the one that get licks just before they come, they're facing their
Right.
little problems. The one that see their father beating their mother whole night. The one that perhaps didn't get a meal in the morning. There's so many different
And you're dealing with those
that
on a daily
teacher is
basis.
dealing with and still need to get their day's work
Exactly,
done.
exactly.
Children are writing their work on time.
Yes,
Some
yes.
pelting things, some
Yeah.
annoying while you. It's
Yeah,
difficult.
it is.
Stressful.
Admittedly, it's really stressful, yeah. And there has to be a mental checkup as well, ever so often on our teachers.
I agree.
Because this
What
pressure-
are we doing for our teachers, sir?
And we
As a
need to-
Parent Teachers Association, when we come back
Sure.
from this break, let us talk a little bit
Yeah.
about our teachers.
yeah.
Because I think we also need to have some understanding for what they're doing in these times,
Correct,
dealing
correct.
with what we just started with,
Yes,
with
correct.
children like that in a
Yeah,
class.
certainly.
This is a program,
Certainly.
Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV. Let's go to these important messages. Stay with us.
We all are aware of the disaster caused by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. Families have lost everything. You can make a difference. We at Real TV are asking you to partner with us. We are collecting non-perishable food items, bottled water, baby supplies, toiletries, and cleaning supplies to help those affected. Every donation counts. Every act of kindness helps rebuild lives. Drop off your items at Real TV, Level 3, Fred's Plaza, number 26 Eastern Main Road, San Juan. Together, we can bring hope and relief to those who need it most. Let's stand strong for Jamaica. Let's stand together. Partner with us at Real TV. Thank you so much for choosing us.
Looking for a full-time secondary school where your child feels safe, supported, and inspired? Experience the difference at Upper Level Educational Institute. Our passionate teachers and interactive classes ensure students remain actively engaged and excited to learn. Classes are also available part-time for students, repeaters, and adult learners. Sign up for any part-time subject and get CSEC Math free. Upper Level, a great place to learn, where students come first. Register today. Planning a concert, conference, wedding, or cultural celebration? Let Real TV broadcast your event to the world. From live streaming and on-air coverage to global reach across TV and online platforms, we make sure your big moments are seen and heard everywhere. We offer professional production, worldwide exposure, and an unforgettable impact. Don't just host your event, let us share it with the world. Contact Real TV today, where your story becomes everyone's experience.
Call us today at 2926470 or WhatsApp us at 3847142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
Trust me, after watching this, you'll never make chai in the same old way again. Since the time I can remember, chai at home was always made the same way, just like it probably is at your place too. Me, my mom, my grandma, everyone followed the same process. Turn on the gas, boil the milk, add tea leaves, spices, the full ritual. Until now. Last week, I was at Ria's place and she made chai in just 30 seconds. And it tasted amazing. Her secret? GB's Chai Gold, instant tea premix. Just tear open a sachet, pour it into a cup, add hot water, stir, and that's it. Chai, ready. Now I only prefer GB's Chai Gold. No mess, no stress, just perfect chai, every time. Trust me, try it once, you'll never go back.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, to all of our local, regional and international viewers, all those of you in Canada on the Caribbean Showtime television in Canada, also all those of you on Tego, the app. Remember to download it on your phone, at home, and take us with you wherever you may go anytime. Real TV in real time, where we bring reality to you. Speaking of reality, today I'm in conversation with Mr. Walter Stewart. He's the president of the Parent Teachers Association. This is an association that's been in existence for 60 years plus. All right? Welcome back, Mr. Stewart. So you understand the nature. Yes. I also I think you're really the right fitter because you come from a background where your father was a principal.
Correct. Yes,
you know, firsthand you understand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so just before the break, we brought up our dear teachers, our gurus. Teachers are there to shape and mold our children. When you think of the influences they have on our children, I remember there are teachers that will always stay outstanding, that made that positive influence in your life. The way we speak, the way we carry ourselves, they can identify our strengths and our weaknesses. And so they really influence in a positive or negative way. That's the truth. And so we also have to understand, just as there are parents who are not capable or should not be parents, the fact is there are also teachers who perhaps don't belong to be in the world of teaching or also are under pressure and saying, this is not what I signed up for. These kids or this time is challenging. We're in different times. Let's talk a little bit about
and we have to be,
our dear teachers.
We must be concerned about our teachers. Coincidentally, the month of October is the month of the teacher. Where we celebrate our teachers. October 5th is Teachers Day internationally. So that the teacher element is so critical for us to show support for our teachers because they do need support and help. There is the EAP program, Employees Assistance Program, where teachers could reach out and get support. And they do need to visit EAP every now and again to be able to ensure that they get the kind of support that is necessary as well for them. Teachers also need mentorship as well.
Of course.
Exactly. They do need that mentorship as well. And they should seek out a role model, a senior teacher, as you were looking at, as you were saying earlier, a retired teacher, for example, and seek to be mentored by that person. And we as parents as well could also help. to support and encourage our teachers. A kind word, a thought, well, praise, as we were saying before earlier, would also help the teacher to understand that I'm supporting you all the way. And we do need that support.
I think what you just said there is extremely important. Parents need to partner with teachers. Parents do have a role and responsibility in the life of your children. Your teachers are there to educate your children.
Right,
They clearly will understand. You should know,
Yes.
You should know your child weakness.
Of course, yep.
But the fact is, they know firsthand of your children's strengths and their weaknesses.
Yes, they do.
And if you partner,
Yes.
you check their books every day.
Right.
You make sure they revise what they do in school every day.
Yeah.
You do their homework
Yes.
and double check it and sign it.
Yes.
You go and ever so often have a little meeting with the parent, with the
problem.
teacher.
Yeah.
So, Miss, how what can I
Goes
do?
a long way.
Listen,
Yeah, it goes a
I
long
don't
way.
mix matters with that, you know.
Very good, very
I went
good.
into my,
You do
I
it to
was
school,
happy that
yeah.
yes,
Good.
the teacher that she got, and I said, sir, I pray about her coming in your class.
Very
And I
good,
want you
very
to
good.
know
Yeah.
you are her teacher.
Good.
And if you correct her, you're
Yeah.
well within your rights to correct her.
Applaud you
If
for
she
that.
has to
Applaud
stay in
you
break
for
time
that.
and finish her work, or
By
she
all
has
means,
to do what, or
by-
she did
yeah.
something cheeky and she needs
Yeah.
to pay, you go right ahead. I give
I'm
you
glad
full-
for that,
and I
exactly.
allowed my daughter to know that.
As well, yes,
You
yes.
better don't lose your
That's
marbles and
correct.
have
Yeah,
some
yeah.
respect.
That's right. That's right. And all parents need to adopt that same kind of style that you have just enumerated there. It's so critical.
You have to have a partnership.
Of course,
You must be one. You must
Yeah.
understand. You
Yeah.
must be on the same page.
Correct,
You
correct.
must remind your children of having some respect and
Yes,
regard for
yep.
the teacher.
Yes, correct, yeah. And I've always gone further to say that each teacher should have the parent's number on speed dial and vice versa. I mean, strictly to discuss the issues affecting
yes,
the child,
correct,
obviously.
correct.
So that there is that partnership as we are speaking about, and that unity, that togetherness, all for the interest of the child. So ultimate.
It is about the child.
Exactly,
It is about the child. It's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
And it's also about having that respect and regard. I remember long ago, I don't know, growing up,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't take God out of your thoughts.
Can't cross the line.
And disrespect a teacher, you're crazy.
No, not at all, not at all.
What?
You only at the end of it.
Good
no,
morning, sir,
exactly.
good afternoon.
Yes.
You're fixing your room.
That's
you're
right, yeah.
You're
Exactly,
making
exactly,
sure you do your
yeah.
homework.
Exactly,
because they
exactly.
want to get that.
Yep.
Where did we lose that, Mr. Stewart? We've lost it, you know.
Of course we have. I mean, these Gen Zs, they call them now. I mean, they have different word, apparently sometimes, But again, we as parents must take some responsibility, always take it with our children, and seek, by whatever means necessary, to pull them back from the morass that they are going into and getting progressively worse. We need to do that.
So we identify and understand clearly the role of the teacher, the importance of the teacher, that they are humans as well.
Sure.
They also at some point in time may decide, listen, I need to get a little counseling. I need to talk to somebody.
yes, exactly.
I need to get my thoughts clear.
Yes,
I need to understand I'm in a good place because mental
Right.
health is real.
Yes, correct.
And you have all these different personalities that you're dealing
Yes,
with, the
exactly.
commitment of making sure you do your work the best way you
Right.
know how to
Yeah,
every day.
yeah.
I also want to discuss something that I realized before. You notice a lot of teachers now have the telephone.
Yes.
And they've got their laptop.
Yes.
And when they should be teaching your children,
I
it's
know,
because they're
exactly.
on the phone.
And that's
you
quite
could-
distracting as well
is
to
very
it. It is.
distracting.
And probably there should be a policy as well. Once you're in front of the classroom, this is supposed to be non-existent.
Agree.
Really. Yeah.
The other thing I think is important, and I think it's something that should be discussed now, perhaps the possibility of having uniforms for teachers.
Oh, okay.
Dress code.
Because yes, it could be abused.
Because you
in
look at some
instances. Yes, and
teachers
you
and you wonder.
Yes. And you
Oh,
have
wait
children looking on
now.
at you, and you have children looking on, the cleavages,
What?
exactly. The short skirts, you're correct.
That is very distracting.
It is.
Apart
it
from
is.
distracting, you are supposed to be a role model.
That's right. And children looking at you, looking at you as well.
I think that's important.
It is,
And I
definitely,
think that is
definitely.
something perhaps Parents Teachers
look at certainly
Association.
something that we can look
Maybe
at.
having a nice uniform.
Of course, yeah.
I don't see anything wrong
Yeah,
in that.
certainly,
I mean, it's never, I don't know if it's ever been discussed. Or
I don't
something
know.
that's
As
been,
far as I'm aware, no, we didn't
but
discuss
I
that
don't
really.
know how
But
people
we
will
always be
feel
concerned about
to
the
that.
dress code. That's always been an
Yeah.
issue with the dress code of
Yeah.
our teachers.
Yeah.
It's always paramount to us because
Yes.
you want to make sure that you play the part and the role of a mentor, the role model to our children.
Because you have children with very imaginative minds,
of
especially
course,
those
they
little
are.
young boys.
Yes,
And
exactly,
they could be
exactly.
easily distracted
Yes,
and things
yes,
like
yes.
that. So I
And we
think
don't
these
want
things
them.
are important.
Yeah,
as
definitely,
well.
definitely.
And perhaps it could be a good discussion.
Right,
you know,
I agree with you
up
totally.
for
I agree
discussion.
totally, yes.
This is a program, Conversations with Zelisa. I'm in conversation with Mr. Walter Stewart, President of the Parent Teachers Association. Let's now go to these important messages. When we return, we continue our conversation.
We all are aware of the disaster caused by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. Families have lost everything. You can make a difference. We at Real TV are asking you to partner with us. We are collecting non-perishable food items, bottled water, baby supplies, toiletries, and cleaning supplies to help those affected. Every donation counts. Every act of kindness helps rebuild lives. Drop off your items at Real TV, Level 3, Fred's Plaza, number 26 Eastern Main Road, San Juan. Together, we can bring hope and relief to those who need it most. Let's stand strong for Jamaica. Let's stand together. Partner with us at Real TV. Thank you so much for choosing us.
I went to college abroad and my roommate Samira would always make the best chai tea for me. But no matter how hard she tried to teach me how to make it, I could never make it from scratch. And when I came back home to Trinidad, I found myself missing that chai tea taste. I could never recreate it again.
But when I went to the supermarket, I saw the GB's brand.
And they come in 3-in-1 and 2-in-1 packs. And all I had to do was add water and I got that same chai taste again. I'm so glad I found it.
Life is unpredictable. Your protection shouldn't be. At Sukhdeo Singh Financial Services, we cut through the complexity of insurance to deliver what truly matters: confidence and security for you, your family, and your business. From protecting your daily drive and securing your home, to safeguarding your health and your team at work, we offer personalized solutions for every need. Why choose us? Our clients trust us, and we were proudly named Top Agency of the Month for August 2025. Let us find you the best coverage at a competitive rate with the reliable service you can count on. Ready for a simpler insurance experience? Let's talk. Call us at 7132464, email quoteshelly@gmail.com, or stop by our office at Ramsing Plaza, Chaguanas. Sukhdeo Singh Financial Services Limited, where your peace of mind comes first.
Mirage Woodworking has expanded, and we're just getting started. Now introducing 5.5 and 7.5 millimeters SPC flooring, WPC door sets, draw slides, hinges, and more. All at unbeatable prices. Call or visit us today.
At Ramsaran Dairy Products, we're all about freshness, health, and pure enjoyment. Our drinks come in pure paperboard cartons, clean, safe, and eco-friendly, because caring for you also means caring for our planet. So skip the plastic and styrofoam and choose a healthier lifestyle with Ramsaran's biodegradable packaging. Indulge in our creamy, smooth, and delicious peanut punch and soursop milk drinks made with real goodness in every sip. And don't forget our refreshing orange, pineapple, and Mauby dairy drinks, each one carefully crafted for your pure enjoyment. For sales and services, contact us today. Give us a call, send us an email, or visit us at Lot 15 Label Boulevard, Twin City Industrial Estate. Ramsaran Dairy Products. Pure taste, pure care, pure you.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa as we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I invite you to stay with us. We've got 2 shows today back to back because of popular demand. Right now I'm in conversation with Mr. Walter Stewart, President of the Parent Teachers Association that's been in existence for over 60 years. Reaching out and being an advocate for the improvement of our children and their lives. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you so much. Actually, we are 65 years this year. 65.
Brilliant. Congratulations. 65 years being in existence is a very long time. And it means you've gone from transition from one time to another. And so with that, you would have grown from strength to strength. A gentle reminder of how many schools that are under your...
Well, it's about close to 200 schools under our purview.
200.
And we are constantly growing. We are constantly seeing the need to be able to get into all our primary and secondary schools for Trinidad and Tobago. And once we complete those, we are now going into the ECCE, Early Childhood Care and Education Center. Any learning institutions, Zelisa, where there are students studying, we can be even speaking now with MyLat, with the MyLat program. They also have several students there. We are also going into those establishments, with learning institutions, to have a properly run, affiliated parent-teacher associations.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That is important.
Oh, yes, it is.
And that is something I also welcome. And I think that is important.
Yeah.
Your child is never too young to be included
not at all.
or to have an advocate
Correct.
for growth and improvement.
Yeah,
what do you... You've been the president for the past 2 years.
Correct.
Elections
Yes.
are in the
Sure.
air.
Yes.
Given the opportunity
Yes.
to stay and
Yes.
represent, sir, what are your plans for the future?
That's a very, very, very good question indeed. To be able to strengthen our relationship with all stakeholders. We have a very good relationship with the Ministry of Education. We also have the Teachers Organization, Principal Association, both primary and secondary, or the national boards as well. One of the issues we need to face head on is our corporate stakeholder bond. I tell you why. Because it's important that the corporate Trinidad and Tobago make a significant contribution in education. The persons who are leaving our schools get into the employ of these corporate organizations.
Correct.
And they need to invest heavily now to ensure that the product that they get in their establishments are going to make a worthwhile contribution and add to their dollars, to their profit dollar value.
Said.
And we are looking at strengthening our corporate engagement to ensure that they can make a further, because some of them are already doing a whole lot with regards to education, so a further investment into our education system here.
Into the lives of our children.
Yeah.
Before we wrap things up,
Sure.
We understand in terms of finances some of the schools that they do things privately.
Yes.
They fix the toilets, make sure that they're when you have 500 plus students using every day,
exactly.
you have to upgrade, you have to fix, you have to make sure gates, walls now for security,
Exactly.
perhaps some extra security. And so sometimes air condition is very hot. In terms of putting an extra roof, an extra area covered for children because of the weather conditions. Many different things we've got to recognize and understand. And it comes down, when you talk about corporate, it's either the corporate world, and then it also comes down to the parents.
Definitely.
And parents are already burdened.
Of course,
Paper printing,
Yes, everything.
many,
Bigger
many
contributions,
things.
yeah.
But we also have to understand that our children are getting, some who choose,
Yes, yeah.
a free education.
Yes.
And
Right.
so we
Yeah.
also, some parents may complain that it's a lot, and it's a
Yeah,
lot sometimes,
yeah,
I
it
would
is, it
admit.
is, it is.
But the fact is, we also have to understand it is for the well-being of our children
Yeah.
and their future. And the
Correct,
children,
yeah.
the ones, they're going to leave and go on,
Yes,
but the
yes,
ones
yes.
that are
Correct,
coming.
yeah.
So it's an investment that we don't only
Of
make for
course.
our children,
Yeah.
but we make for the children of our country.
Correct. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
You know?
And those to come as well. Exactly.
Very
Yeah,
correct.
certainly, yeah.
And so it is important that we, as we would have established, as parents, partnering
Yes.
with
Yeah.
our teachers,
Certainly, yeah.
ensuring that we are part and very much involved into
Yes.
the lives of our
Correct,
children
yeah.
and their school and what is going on in
Sure.
terms of their education,
Education,
their
yeah.
extracurricular, what's happening in the school.
Yes, correct.
You should always have knowledge of what's going on.
Yes, definitely.
And we also now are advocating for where we understand our teachers are perhaps burdened and they need a little
Yes,
extra
and as well, they
TLC
do, they
or a little
do, they
counseling.
do.
We have things in
Yeah,
order for
yeah,
them.
definitely.
And now we're also asking, as you indicate, which I understand and respect,
Sure.
the corporate world getting
Yes,
involved.
getting involved. Yeah, certainly we need that. We do
Getting
need
into
that.
helping to shape and mold for a better tomorrow.
course,
And you're
yeah.
correct, they are our leaders.
It is, exactly so. Yeah. Let me go further as well, and it's part of my speech for the President's address tomorrow. Do you ever look at considering, and of course you did say it, or appears already burdened, considering education levy? We have health surcharge. Because education is everybody's business. Everybody must play a role, must play a part in ensuring that the government in itself cannot do it alone.
They can't.
And there might be coming a time very soon to consider maybe a small percentage, a 0.5 of a percent, for example. Your contribution towards education in Trinidad and Tobago is something to consider.
It is food for thought.
It is. It is.
Now
it
that
is.
you've raised this,
Yeah.
it is food for thought.
Certainly.
And so let me take the opportunity to say good luck.
Thank you so much.
All the very best on the elections.
Appreciate it.
I know we are in talks to see more and hear more because we understand the importance of your voice,
Appreciate it, yes.
the voice of the Parents Teachers Association, extremely important
Yes.
because you are getting the message out there
yeah.
to our parents, which is
certainly.
extremely important
Yeah.
firsthand. Having that conversation,
Correct, yeah.
having that awareness at all times.
Definitely.
Let me thank you, sir,
pleasure,
for
my
taking
pleasure.
time from your busy schedule.
Yes,
All the
indeed.
very best. We'll
Thank
see you very soon,
Oh, certainly.
right here on Real TV.
Looking forward.
You're all
the
the
best
very
to you.
best, sir. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Do continue to stay with us as we continue a very special edition of Conversations with Zelisa. Stay with us. I'm going to be in conversation with Mr. Avinash Singh. Mr. Avinash Singh, a former minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, and he's here to share his wealth of knowledge and experience, the effects when we talk about the budget and agriculture. We'll be talking with Mr. Singh when we return. Please stay with us.
We all are aware of the disaster caused by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. Families have lost everything. You can make a difference. We at Real TV are asking you to partner with us. We are collecting non-perishable food items, bottled water, baby supplies, toiletries, and cleaning supplies to help those affected. Every donation counts. Every act of kindness helps rebuild lives. Drop off your items at Real TV, Level 3, Fred's Plaza, number 26 Eastern Main Road, San Juan. Together, we can bring hope and relief to those who need it most. Let's stand strong for Jamaica. Let's stand together. Partner with us at Real TV. Thank you so much for choosing us.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Life is unpredictable. Your protection shouldn't be. At Sukhdeo Singh Financial Services, we cut through the complexity of insurance to deliver what truly matters: confidence and security for you, your family, and your business. From protecting your daily drive and securing your home, to safeguarding your health and your team at work, we offer personalized solutions for every need. Why choose us? Our clients trust us, and we were proudly named Top Agency of the Month for August 2025. Let us find you the best coverage at a competitive rate with the reliable service you can count on. Ready for a simpler insurance experience? Let's talk. Call us at 7132464, email quoteshelly@gmail.com, or stop by our office at Ramsing Plaza, Chaguanas. Sukhdeo Singh Financial Services Limited, where your peace of mind comes first.
Transform your space at Mirage Wholesalers Limited with our exquisite range of crown moldings, skirtings, chair rails, architraves, medallions, corbels, and more classy embellishments. And now, discover our new joinery material, including PVC sheets, two-sided white melamine, and plain or moisture-resistant MDF sheets. Visit us today at Tidco Industrial Estate, Caroni, or call us at 645-9588.
At Ramsaran Dairy Products, we're all about freshness, health, and pure enjoyment. Our drinks come in pure paperboard cartons, clean, safe, and eco-friendly, because caring for you also means caring for our planet. So skip the plastic and styrofoam and choose a healthier lifestyle with Ramsaran's biodegradable packaging. Indulge in our creamy, smooth, and delicious peanut punch and soursop milk drinks, made with real goodness in every sip. And don't forget our refreshing orange, pineapple, and mauby dairy drinks, each one carefully crafted for your pure enjoyment. For sales and services, contact us today. Give us a call, send us an email, or visit us at Lot 15 Label Boulevard, Trincity Industrial Estate. Ramsaran Dairy Products. Pure taste, pure care, pure you.
We all are aware of the disaster caused by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. Families have lost everything. You can make a difference. We at Real TV are asking you to partner with us. We are collecting non-perishable food items, bottled water, baby supplies, toiletries, and cleaning supplies to help those affected. Every donation counts. Every act of kindness helps rebuild lives. Drop off your items at Real TV, Level 3, Fred's Plaza, number 26 Eastern Main Road, San Juan. Together, we can bring hope and relief to those who need it most. Let's stand strong for Jamaica. Let's stand together. Partner with us at Real TV. Thank you so much for choosing us.
our local, regional and international viewers, thank you kindly for choosing Real TV, where we bring reality to you. This morning, I am in conversation with a true son of this soil. I'm speaking of no other than Mr. Avinash Singh. Now, Mr. Avinash Singh is a former minister in the Ministry of Agriculture. So he has the experience and the knowledge to be here and to speak to us with his strength when it comes to agriculture. Apart from him being a minister in the Ministry of Agriculture firsthand, he has been a farmer, as he would beautifully say it, in such a calm way. He's been a farmer all his life. It's in his blood. So he knows firsthand when it comes to the land, and when we say motherland, our land, the soil. Sir, good morning and a warm welcome.
Thank you very much, and good morning. Good morning to all our viewers, and it's a pleasure to be here today to share a little insight in terms of the agricultural sector and what the budget 2026 promises our farmers and food producers.
Well, I'll first start off by saying we are very privileged, we're very blessed, and we feel very, very happy today that you could take time off of your busy schedule to inform, educate, and empower so we could have a greater understanding. We know the budget is very important. We also know the importance of our land, and when it comes to agriculture, we also know what the import bill is like. Yeah. We've got land. We've got people that are looking for jobs. And so today you're probably going to dissect and explain to us. The fact is, some of us came from the bellies of our forefathers.
Certainly.
That came to work this land. So we know, especially you yourself, first hand of been there, done that. As you say, it's in your blood. You've been part of it all of your life.
That's right. I mean, I really now truly appreciate my upbringing in terms of having parents that were farmers and then grandparents that were farmers. So it's really instilled in my blood, in my DNA, so to speak.
I like that.
But then, in 2015, I got to go one step further and marry my practical knowledge and skills in the garden with the objectives of running, in the policy side of things, being in government for 9.5 years and being in the bellies of the workings of how policy impacts what we did as farmers on the field. So bridging that both experiences in policy, practical, and now sitting from the outset, not being in office anymore, more time to be on the farm, more time to be in the garden and produce food, I'm getting to look on from the outside and be able to be critical in terms of what the budget has to offer people like me and generally all persons in the agricultural sector. So it's really my pleasure to be here with you, Zelisa, so to share, in this conversation and to give some insights in terms of what I would really want to dissect and give a little interpretation to what the budget speaks to, so that the ordinary farmer can understand what to look forward to. So it's really that critical assessment of what we were exposed to in the budget presentation by the Honorable Minister of Finance, and to be able to see how we can use that now. And as you rightfully said, we have the land, we have persons, we have young people, we have older people who are interested, who came from the bellies of our indentured laboring system, and of course our colonial past, both of which helped shape Trinidad and Tobago's agricultural sector.
Most certainly. Mr. Singh, why I hold what you say very seriously, it's because the fact is, many times we would have seen when it comes to placing our leaders in the right place, we felt that there were many square pegs and round holes. With regards to you, what actually sets you apart is that you were already a man of the soil. Yeah. You understood firsthand the life, the challenges, the storms, the problems, you name it, a farmer firsthand would go through. Yeah. So apart from that, being placed into the ministry and a minister in the ministry, you knew, you went in there with experience, which was a cut above the rest in understanding firsthand what is needed, what is not needed, what is important and what is not.
That's
when we
right.
think of a farmer, you're a farmer, but look at you, well put together, well spoken, well polished, educated young man. And that is where I would like our citizens to see our farmers. Very often we think our farmers, well, they wear a little boots and they this and they that, and we don't understand the strength that they hold, the knowledge that they hold, and the key that they hold to helping fix when it comes to food in this country, when it comes to bringing the bill down for export for food, they hold the key to it.
That's right.
And that's where we need to be, sir.
Yeah, I actually am so excited to hear you. And, it's not something persons in the general public, always do, which is see farmers in that next level of not just being, ordinary citizens, the common man. Zelisa, this is something I've been really fortunate to represent Trinidad and Tobago, in around the world.
Yes.
And many countries actually see farmers exactly the way you just put it. Persons that are professionals, persons that are in the most noble profession. And, not every day you might need a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant. Every single day you need farmers. Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Absolutely correct.
All the snacks in between. You need a farm. You need a farmer.
You're
Farmers are the most important persons, whether you call us agro-processors, primary producers, secondary, tertiary. You need us to be able to be secure, to be nutritious, to be able to be out of hunger. You really have to appreciate farmers for the work that they do.
I have a great respect and admiration for farmers, for vendors and farmers in particular, because they face the storm every day. Whether their crops sell or not, they have their bills to pay just like we do.
Yeah.
Where is the other dollar coming from? So we need to take it seriously.
And
we need to understand their strengths.
And you're hitting the right notes here, because just before we started, we saw a little clip in terms of what was going on, what is going on as we speak in our brother sister nation in Jamaica. And you could imagine all those persons that are impacted right now having to pay their mortgages or their bills that they would have purchased on agricultural equipment, or their entire fields were flooded, gone, totally wiped out. And I reached out to a former colleague and a friend of mine, one of the youngest ministers of agriculture of Jamaica, the Honorable Floyd Green.
Yes.
And I reached out to him a couple nights ago, and I said, Honorable, I'm seeing the clips, I'm seeing the videos, and it's heart-wrenching to know that this is the level of destruction that passed through Jamaica, and it is going to impact Trinidad and Tobago. Because whether we like it or not, we in CARICOM, we in the Caribbean region, we are, we trade a lot in agricultural commodities and value-added and processed items. And you have a lot of big brands here in Trinidad that comes from Jamaica. So Grace, for example, all of the Grace lines is from Jamaica.
Yeah.
And, so their ability to dust off and go back in their feet, it really, they really need the help and support. And I was happy to see Trinidad and Tobago coming in aid. I saw the Honorable Prime Minister yesterday mobilizing resources.
Correct.
I saw the Prime Minister of Barbados also mobilizing resources. And we really need to be our brother's keeper in CARICOM, because we are small in size. We are, small island developing states, but we are stronger as one united entity, CARICOM, and going forward. And, tables can turn any time. Trinidad could be in the same position.
Exactly.
And we would need help. So I'm happy to see the business sector in Trinidad and Tobago
stepping up.
Our government agencies stepping up and offering support and lending a hand to Jamaica.
Well, we are also, as a media house, we took the responsibility as well to ask people to partner to give us, so that we are partnering now with the actually High Commission in Jamaica, in Trinidad, and we will get the things to them and they will take it off to Jamaica. So we all have our role and part to play.
That's right.
I think as a media house, it's important that we step up as well. And
That's
you're correct, sir, in the sense that it could be us. We never know. We don't know what is in the plans for us.
I mean, God, we always thank God. God is a Trini, but I mean,
we always say God is a Trini.
Let's continue praying and hope it stays so.
Hoping it stays that way. This is a program, Conversations with Zelisa. I am in conversation with Mr. Avinash Singh. Now, Mr. Singh is a former minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, and today he's going to share his wealth of knowledge and experience to talk to us about the national budget. When we return, we'll talk directly about agriculture, how it's going to affect us in a positive or negative way. What do we need to do to step up to make a difference when it comes to agriculture in Trinidad and Tobago? Let's go to these messages. When we return, we continue our conversation with Mr. Singh.
We all are aware of the disaster caused by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. Families have lost everything. You can make a difference. We at Real TV are asking you to partner with us. We are collecting non-perishable food items, bottled water, baby supplies, toiletries, and cleaning supplies to help those affected. Every donation counts. Every act of kindness helps rebuild lives. Drop off your items at Real TV, Level 3, Fred's Plaza, number 26 Eastern Main Road, San Juan. Together, we can bring hope and relief to those who need it most. Let's stand strong for Jamaica. Let's stand together. Partner with us at Real TV. Thank you so much for choosing us.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Life is unpredictable. Your protection shouldn't be. At Sukhdeo Singh Financial Services, we cut through the complexity of insurance to deliver what truly matters: confidence and security for you, your family, and your business. From protecting your daily drive and securing your home, to safeguarding your health and your team at work, we offer personalized solutions for every need. Why choose us? Our clients trust us, and we were proudly named Top Agency of the Month for August 2025. Let us find you the best coverage at a competitive rate with the reliable service you can count on. Ready for a simpler insurance experience? Let's talk. Call us at 7132464, email quoteshelly@gmail.com, or stop by our office at Ramsing Plaza, Chaguanas. Sukhdeo Singh Financial Services Limited, where your peace of mind comes first.
Transform your space at Mirage Wholesalers Limited with our exquisite range of crown moldings, skirtings, chair rails, architraves, medallions, corbels, and more classy embellishments. And now, discover our new joinery material, including PVC sheets, two-sided white melamine, and plain or moisture-resistant MDF sheets. Visit us today at Tidco Industrial Estate, Caroni, or call us at 645-9588.
At Ramsaran Dairy Products, we're all about freshness, health, and pure enjoyment. Our drinks come in pure paperboard cartons, clean, safe, and eco-friendly, because caring for you also means caring for our planet. So skip the plastic and styrofoam and choose a healthier lifestyle with Ramsaran's biodegradable packaging. Indulge in our creamy, smooth, and delicious peanut punch and soursop milk drinks, made with real goodness in every sip. And don't forget our refreshing orange, pineapple, and Mauby dairy drinks, each one carefully crafted for your pure enjoyment. For sales and services, contact us today. Give us a call, Send us an email or visit us at Lot 15 Label Boulevard, Twin City Industrial Estate. Ramsaran Dairy Products. Pure taste, pure care, pure you.
We all are aware of the disaster caused by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. Families have lost everything. You can make a difference. We at Real TV are asking you to partner with us. We are collecting non-perishable food items, bottled water, baby supplies, toiletries, and cleaning supplies to help those affected. Every donation counts. Every act of kindness helps rebuild lives. Drop off your items at Real TV, Level 3, Fred's Plaza, number 26 Eastern Main Road, San Juan. Together, we can bring hope and relief to those who need it most. Let's stand strong for Jamaica. Let's stand together. Partner with us at Real TV. Thank you so much for choosing us.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. Today I'm in conversation with Mr. Avinash Singh. Mr. Singh, former Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, and he's here today to share his knowledge and experience, a reason for a good guru, a good teacher, and share his take on when it comes to the budget and agriculture, share his wealth of knowledge. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So on the outset, Zelisa, I would say that the budget having been presented in Parliament, it's quite an ambitious budget. Very, very ambitious. Quite a, so to say, pie in the sky ambition. But I'm going to be critical and I'm going to call out the budget as it is, because whenever I see good things in the budget, I will say it's good, and if I see something that is highly ambitious, where I'm really not seeing it being realized in our population, I will call that out. But I want to say on the outset that the budget is really a document with numbers, estimations in going forward, and it's really how you manage. And sometimes we say it's not how much money you get, but it's how you spend it and how you manage it. This budget is like a household, and you are going to have to make cuts. You're going to have to prioritize. You're going to have to ensure that, okay, your utilities are very critical. You pay your bills just like your household. So too in the ministries in general, they are going to have to reprioritize and put money where it is absolutely necessary.
Understood.
So apart from being a highly ambitious budget, I want to say that a lot of the announcements were actually in line with the foundation that was already set in motion by the previous administration. A lot of areas that they spoke to in the budget in recognition of the foundation, some of the projects, some of the pillars have already been in place and it was already in motion. And just a few examples on the outset.
Please.
When the Honorable Minister of Finance referred to the $1 million US grant funding from our dear state of India, the government of India, I want to say that that project started, the conversations and negotiations started in 2023. From a visit from the managing director of the Bajaj group of companies that came to Trinidad via the High Commission of India to Trinidad.
Okay.
And, the conversation started and they wanted to assist Trinidad in terms of upgrading our packing house facilities. So I arranged with the CEO then, and they would have gone down to the Piaco packing house. They saw what we currently do. They were very impressed in terms of the quality of the work and the quality of the end product that comes out from our pack house. And they agreed to assist us in upgrading some of the machinery and equipment there. at the value of $1 million dollars to start with. So that project was already ongoing, and it just so happened when the equipment was shipped, of course, it's due to arrive in the country at a later date. Of course, after election, this project being. The next thing I want to say is that when you speak to our staples here in Trinidad and Tobago, almost all of it is imported. Almost all of our staples are imported. When you look at our comfort food, and I mean, everybody enjoy our comfort food, for example, doubles. Almost 99% of the ingredients are imported. You know, so rice, for example, we understood the need to get back our rice industry back to where it used to be, I would say 15, 20 years ago.
Correct.
You know, in terms of being able to supply at least a proportion, a percentage of local. And, you know, following a visit from then Prime Minister Dr. Rowley, myself, the Minister then Haji Kazim Hussein, we were very much instrumental in negotiating a memorandum of understanding with Guyana to get, you know, disease and pest-resistant varieties, high-yielding varieties of rice paddy that we brought into Trinidad. While we were in office, you know, we brought in 92 tons of rice seed on the phase 1 part of the project, which were distributed from Guyana free of charge to all the interested rice farmers who, you know, went back into rice production. And then the phase 2, which was another shipment of rice seeds, came in after. And of course, this present administration were fortunate to give it out to our farmers and, you know, thereby seeing an expansion of about 2,000 acres of rice being put back into production that will try to assist. But another thing which I think is one of the main factors and the main problem factors that this government is going to have to deal with is our consumer taste is so foreign in nature, it directly impacts the food import bill, because every government, your number one objective is to announce, and this government did it by saying their main goal is to reduce the food import bill and you know, carry agricultural export by 2028 up to 1 billion US. Again, very ambitious figure. I'm very happy if we could achieve that. But the food import bill, you steer it every day of your life when you open your own fridge at home or your own pantry at home. So how can government really dictate to consumers, you should choose X product against Y product? That will really impact the food import bill. So reducing a country's food import bill is a difficult task. It is trying to get the consumers to buy local as opposed to foreign, which then now creates the supply and demand
for the
philosophy
products.
for the product.
Now, the fact is, yes, we've been influenced with Western world and we want the Western food. And if you look at the chain, the food chain of restaurants and things like that, the fact is we've acquired the taste and perhaps even the lifestyle. What do we do then as a country in terms of understanding the nature of going on a massive campaign, investing into our farmers, investing into agriculture, and going on a massive campaign, support local.
Yeah.
I support local. And I do it, and I would tell you the truth. I would rather pull up at the side of the street if I see a vendor.
Yeah.
I will buy my tomatoes,
Yeah.
I would buy my baigan. I'm telling you the truth. And especially if you see children there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to support local.
Yeah.
And if it is that we're looking at helping employment, is where I started, we've got the land. You know, Mr. Singh, I want to go back to I was fortunate to be in Guyana 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Where Real TV was the premier media partner for an international business conference. We were also invited to the World Trade Center in Georgetown.
Excellent.
Before it even had its doors open to the public. But I saw, over the years, I've always wanted to go to Guyana, but I saw firsthand, with the little time that I had, from the moment I got off the plane, my experience into the airport was one that I was in awe of how professional, how advanced, how things ran smoothly. I got onto the road, when I look at the infrastructure and the time of the night and the big trucks, and you're seeing improvement, you're seeing growth, you're feeling it. It's something that you live. And when you say that Guyana now would have partnered and would have give back to Trinidad and Tobago when it comes to rice, why are we not seeing the importance of agriculture? Why are we not investing into our farmers? Why? Yeah. Why is it you talk about the import bill and you talk about the food that we have acquired? How do we change that? Can we change that? Well, I say yes, we can.
I certainly support you in that, and definitely we can do it as a one nation, one people, and a team. And that's actually Guyana's catchphrase right now. One Guyana, one people, and all of their investment, all of their, this rise in terms of economic activity and empowering of the people, it's driven by their head, President Dr. Irfan Ali. He is the one that really markets Guyana internationally. And the people now are living with a sense of pride, purpose, and they are proud to say they are Guyanese, and they are proud to be a part of the change that is happening. I was also fortunate to visit Guyana, and fortunately for me, I've been in Guyana in 2013, and then again more recently, and then a couple times in between. So I actually got to witness the full-fledged transformation of what Guyana was in 2013 to what it is today.
And you would have seen it
and
then,
I am very impressed in terms of the leadership and in terms of the progress. And I really commend the team, the government and people of Guyana in terms of the way. But one thing for certain that they never fall shy of is investing in the agricultural sector, because Guyana understood then, they understand now, while oil and gas is in the picture, they are still putting their resources into their primary production and now going into agro-processing, because Guyana, agriculture, unlike Trinidad agricultural sector produces less than 1% towards our GDP. Whereas in Guyana, close to 20% is from the agricultural sector.
Exactly.
That comes from the agricultural sector. And so they understand the value.
They understand the meaning of growth.
But you made a nice point.
Of empowering their people. I want to tell you, I drove on that bridge. And as a Trinidadian, I felt proud. Yeah. There was a feeling of pride. Yeah. I'll also tell you something, sir, that I've noticed. I clearly remember years ago, people will come from Guyana and buy things from Trinidad to take back to Guyana.
Yeah.
I was very lucky. One of the things I like to do in any country I go to, I like to either go to a market or supermarket. Let me tell you something. Their things are cheaper in Guyana than Trinidad. Yeah. Yeah. So now we could buy things, but vice versa, in terms of everyday items I'm talking about, in terms of the quality of the market goods and things like that. And the thing is, we have to talk about it. We should have conversations about it.
That's right.
Because Trinidad really was supposed to be the jewel of the Caribbean.
Yeah. The little industry, and in terms of
the little Dubai,
the Americas of the Caribbean. So we have shared all of these nice names,
but we need to go back to the place where you talk about we have. Because of the Western world, we like the food and we like whatever. But we also need to understand you have to tighten your belt and you have to prioritize. And if we teach our children from small to acquire the things for local and push, you need to push, go local, support
you actually,
local.
I don't know, Zelisa, you might be in my head this morning, because that is the exact point I was about to make to you when you asked me, what can we do? And in terms of changing our taste. I mean, you know the saying, when a tree already grew, the branches already spread it. It's hard to train the branch to go the other direction. But if you start from the kindergarten, the preschool, the primary school level, which you actually just supported, and I always date back to my days in school, primary school, secondary school, I mean, box lunch days, if you want to call it that. If you train consumers, and in this case, the children of the parent of the household, that when they get a box lunch and they start at the school level, and it's cool to eat box lunch made from ground provision and dasheen bush, sweet potato fries as opposed to Irish potato fries, local tomato choka in terms of the foreign tomato salsa and all of these things.
In a bottle. Why we can't do that here?
Exactly.
Why so? Why can't we do it
So
here?
the innovation is here. The government's role, and I got to understand it even more, is really and should not be trying to make the product, but other than, in terms of funding and fueling and being the support structure for businesses to grow. So I came about a company while I was in office, and they really confined their production to the most advanced innovation that was available. In fact, I call them space food development right here in Trinidad. I mean, I'm seeing it in the shelves of groceries. It's food in a pack, just add hot water. Right? Tomato choka, bygone choka, ground provision, dal, corn soup, callaloo.
I haven't had it, but I've seen it. And tell me.
And it's the closest thing, Zelisa, to when you go down by the river and you have a fireside cook. It's the closest to home food in a pack. Really? But we still have the stigma of people saying, if it's in a pack, I'm not eating it because it has preserved. It is to really invest and give the support to our local entrepreneurs, give the local chefs the tools to utilize the Naparima cookbook and all the other such books that are done right here in Trinidad, create the menus from local ingredients, create the menus that the restaurants can use, and let's reshape back our culture in terms of bringing back our food taste to a more local content. I know, the entrepreneurs would say, well, the reason why we can't put ground provision and tomato and saltfish or tomato and smoker in a box lunch for children is because the price is going to be too high to compete into the market. But that is where government can come in and step in and assist, right, in terms of getting the products, buying it in bulk, getting all the school feeding entrepreneurs to create a product, a menu derived right here, and convert the taste buds of our children. And when the children taste ground provision and tomato and smoke, that is a comfort food. I mean, I don't know when last you ate provision and tomato and saltfish. My father makes a killer one. And trust me, it is something that we need to go back to those days. So when you have a budget.
Well, it starts in the home. I would tell
it starts
you,
in home.
It starts in the home and what we feed our children. We have the power, we have the money, the spending power. So it starts in the home. And the foods that you introduce, so they acquire the taste.
That's right.
Let's go to these important messages. Stay with us. This is the program Conversations with Zelisa. I'm in conversation with Mr. Avinash Singh, former minister in the Ministry of Agriculture. Today he's talking to us about the budget. We're talking about agriculture and the changes that we could make as citizens. Let's go to these important messages. Stay with us.
We all are aware of the disaster caused by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. Families have lost everything. You can make a difference. We at Real TV are asking you to partner with us. We are collecting non-perishable food items, bottled water, baby supplies, toiletries, and cleaning supplies to help those affected. Every donation counts. Every act of kindness helps rebuild lives. Drop off your items at Real TV, Level 3, Fred's Plaza, number 26 Eastern Main Road, San Juan. Together, we can bring hope and relief to those who need it most. Let's stand strong for Jamaica. Let's stand together. Partner with us at Real TV. Thank you so much for choosing us.
Looking for a full-time secondary school where your child feels safe, supported, and inspired? Experience the difference at Upper Level Educational Institute. Our passionate teachers and interactive classes ensure students remain actively engaged and excited to learn. Classes are also available part-time for students, repeaters, and adult learners. Sign up for any part-time subject and get CSEC Math free. Upper Level, a great place to learn, where students come first. Register today.
Planning a concert, conference, wedding, or cultural celebration? Let Real TV broadcast your event to the world. From live streaming and on-air coverage to global reach across TV and online platforms, we make sure your big moments are seen and heard everywhere. We offer professional production, worldwide exposure, and an unforgettable impact. Don't just host your event. Let us share it with the world. Contact Real TV today, where your story becomes everyone's experience.
Call us today at 2926470 or WhatsApp us at 3847142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
Trust me, after watching this, you'll never make chai in the same old way again. Since the time I can remember, chai at home was always made the same way, just like it probably is at your place too. Me, my mom, my grandma, everyone followed the same process. Turn on the gas, boil the milk, add tea leaves, spices, the full ritual. Until now. Last week, I was at Ria's place and she made chai in just 30 seconds. And it tasted amazing. Her secret? GB's Chai Gold, instant tea premix. Just tear open a sachet, pour it into a cup, add hot water, stir, and that's it. Chai, ready. Now I only prefer GB's Chai Gold. No mess, no stress, just perfect chai, every time. Trust me, try it once, you'll never go back.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower, and answer those unanswered questions. To all of our local, regional, and international viewers, thank you kindly for choosing us. Today I'm in conversation with Mr. Avinash Singh, former Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture. So he has the wealth of knowledge and experience, which makes him a good teacher. Welcome back, sir. You know, talking to us, I know sometimes we get a little passionate because it becomes very close and dear to our heart. When it comes to agriculture and what's happening, why can't we fix it? You know, why can't we understand the importance of supporting and going local, investing more into our farmers?
Yeah. You know, it takes me right back into the numbers, into the budget. And the numbers will tell a story. Because when you look at the landscape in terms of the allocation of funding for a budget. For example, this year, the agricultural sector has been allocated $1.13 billion. It sounds plenty, but when you take almost half of that to pay salaries and wages, you are left with $790 million in terms of money that will go now into actual projects, infrastructure, irrigation, land development, fisheries related, all of these investment programs now is going to be funded for 1 year from just around $790 million. So when you dissect the numbers, it's all in the numbers in terms of what is in it now for the average farmer. And I can say now, in Trinidad and Tobago's agricultural sector, governments come, governments go, have made programs available, have put aside resources, but it's how do people access it? And it's how do people use what they access now to be in terms of modern day farmer, in terms of increasing their yield and in terms of advancing to the climate smart options, because climate smart is real. Just looking back to just Jamaica, what happened, I mean, we have to be prepared. We have to always be prepared that climate change is around us. It's no longer just a nice text on a book. It is real, and it's something that we have to put our house in order to be able to get our agricultural sector in play. And it comes down to what we can do at an individual level. We have to go back to the home and kitchen garden option. We have to go back into almost every Trinidadian utilizes green seasoning. Every single consumer.
Correct.
Why can't you plant your own shadow benny and your celery and your chive in a little pot, just like, you know, a pot here like this, lovely vase. You have a vase on your windowsill. And for even persons in complexes, concrete jungle I call it, you have your flower pot and it wouldn't kill you to put 2 side of celery and a shadow benny.
No, and
I
a little
actually,
pimento and
I
a little
actually did a
tomatoes.
calculation. It's about a couple $1,000 well you spend on seasoning for the year. So if you can grow your own little seasoning in your backyard, you know, or your windowsill or a flower pot, it now it frees up some money in your budget at your home to spend it on something else.
Correct.
And when you look now, so the government spoke to a 3-year priority commodities program, and they plan to invest in 15 high-demand products. I mean, again, a good project. 3 crops and 1 livestock category annually. When you look at our taste again, you know, almost all of the livestock we consume is almost imported, right? And you speak to a livestock farmer and they will tell you how difficult it is to really farm. You have to deal with predial larceny. You have to deal with sickness, health, disease, housing for animal. Not to mention all of these pop-up questionable imports that comes in sometime by boat. So when we were in government, I remember we went down Cedrus a couple times, and in the dead of night you have to seize a boat with 15 and 20 live animal, all hog tie, being brought in and exposed to pest and disease, exposed to foot and mouth diseases. So we had to launch a campaign, know where your food comes from. And that is now what led to, the farmers market concept.
What was done with those animals that came in from
I mean, it's almost sad to say that they are all euthanized. They all have to go and be slaughtered, humanely, of course. So when me, as a practicing Hindu, I go down there and I see 20 cows come in a boat, in a little pirogue, all hog tie, and they are captured by the Coast Guard and the animal health professionals. The only next thing to do in law is to euthanize them, because you don't know what disease they may have brought in the country that could spread to humans. Some might be zoonotic. This whole COVID, the whole question of COVID surrounded the spread of a disease from animal to human, correct, which wiped out nations of people, if you look at the numbers. So it was sad to see that these animals had to be euthanized, but it's absolutely legal and critical that once something comes in and you don't know the source, you don't know what it carries and what disease, it has to be euthanized. And, it sent a signal to the importers of the illegal animal trade. The government is looking, and the government is doing what we have to do to secure our local. Because if one diseased animal comes into our port, unofficial port, and it is placed amongst a farm with good animals, it has the risk of destroying the entire herd. And we've seen that recently aired on national TV as well, with the porcelain disease, the PRRS disease as we call it, that had to wipe out 2 or 3 farms filled with pig production, because we picked up the PRRS disease presence here, which has a detrimental effect. I mean, when you look to avian influenza and the impact it has in terms of the poultry industry. Yeah. So, I always say, and you said it in the start of the program, when you look at farmers, you look and you see true professionals, because I have believed over time, farmers are no ordinary people. They've had to move with time. Farmers are accountants, farmers are doctors, farmers are scientists, farmers are lawyers, farmers are everything and every profession compiled into one. Because you have a cow that is about to give birth. No government vet working after 4 p.m. You have to go there and try yourself to be a vet or a scientist or a doctor and assist your animal in labor.
Correct.
I mean, my grandparents had animal, and I could remember growing up, in the wee hours of the night, my grandfather would have to come and tend to the mistake you make is name your animal. Do not name your animal. We had a cow, my grandfather had a cow named Mary and Lakshmi. Both, sad to say, one Christmas, my grandfather had this experience. When he come by us, he would call out, Mary, Lakshmi. The tail will raise and they will come running to the barn area to be milked. Yeah. That day he called, nobody show up, no animals show up. So we formed a little family search party and was looking for Mary and Lakshmi. We didn't find them. What we saw in the distance is a coconut tree that was missing a lot of branches. So we went by that tree, instinct, And what we saw was the remnants of Mary and Lakshmi, the carcass. Predia Lassini took us by surprise, and they were so tame. The cows were so tame. I mean, we as children growing up, and Zelisa, those were the last time. That was the last time I could recall my family rearing animal. After that experience, we totally went into fishing. And then we went into food production and vegetable production, but we stayed clear of animal production because it was a traumatic experience for us growing up. And to lose, as I say, when you name your animal, you get an attachment.
You're correct. That bond.
And that's why, you know, in terms of the government's plan now to invest in agriculture and make capital, make funding, you know, get the young people, because that's an important thing. The agricultural sector now, it's mainly consists of an age population. You don't have much young people in agriculture.
It's not only an age. We're not sweeping anything under the carpet or putting it in the back burner. The Venezuelans or the Cubans or whoever are coming and they're doing the jobs.
You know,
that's the fact.
That's a point you made.
Let us be
We have to be real. We have to be real, and that's the reality. I could tell you, a lot of farmers reached out to me in the last week or two when the announcement was made by the Minister of Homeland Security about mass deportations. I believe in following the law. But I could tell you this. I'm sure you, me, and every person looking at this program here today do have relatives that bite the bullet in the 1980s and the 1990s and the 1975s or whatever, jump on a plane, jump on a boat, and ventured out into a greener pasture. Went and toiled and worked hard and built a future abroad.
Absolutely.
And all of these people went, all of our relatives went and did odd jobs, maid, cleaning toilet, gardeners, cleaning people's swimming pool, and they made a life.
They did.
And I could tell you right here in Trinidad and Tobago, if you go to any farm, or in fact go to all the farm, you will find foreign labor because Trinidadians just do not want to work in those settings. Farmers are hell-bent on hiring labor, and sometimes the foreign labor is actually better to use. They are more skilled. The Cubans, I could tell you, they are excellent farmers. They are a lot, they are a lot more in tune with nature and whatnot. I mean, a lot of farms, and we're talking real, a lot of farms have Venezuelan labor. And what I have seen, and that's a big topic, women in agriculture. That's the next big topic I know you are very excited about.
Yes.
But I've seen a lot of women involved in agricultural setting. And when you talk to the farm owner, they will tell you, boy, Avinash, I prefer to have women harvesting pepper, tomato, sweet pepper, corn. You know why? I said, why? They are more gentle with the plants. They are more serious about the job. And they give a lot more care and attention to the crop than the male workers. And sometimes I actually see, the women working. And when I went to India, and I've been exposed to agriculture in India, and you see the fields, traditional rice farming. You see, these ladies in their saris in up to waist height water, toiling. And I am there like, wow. And I raised that point with one of the chief ministers of New Delhi. I said, so why haven't you all gone into mechanization? Young as I was, arrogant to the fact that this is a country of over 1 billion people, so they have to create employment. Chief minister turned to me and was like, young man, we have to create employment. If you go 100% mechanization, where will these thousands and hundreds of thousands of people go and work?
Women
which is
are
bringing
on
it
the
back.
streets laying blocks in India. I'm sure you've
so
seen that.
women in agriculture is a big ticket item. In fact, all international agencies now recognize that, and they're actually putting that in black and white in all of their strategy going forward. And they are making funding, grants, and available programs for investment opportunities, for relief, for NGOs, for organizations, for governments, to really inculcate now women in agriculture, women to be the backbone of the agricultural sector. And that is something I've seen when I go and I travel. It's something that I really admire, and it's something that I totally support, to give youths and young women, the tools, and women in general, the tools to really move the agricultural sector to the next generation, while not forgetting the traditions of agriculture. That is something I think, we have to concentrate on. and give them the financial backing, give them the facilities like Namdefco packing house to go into agro processing. And during my time, I met a young lady from Mayaro, Guaya, who was creating a product, and she was buying up a lot of pumpkins. And I was like, what you going to do with all these pumpkins? She has created a product, a pumpkin butter product. Almost just like the margarine and butter spread that you would spread on your toast. Made totally from pumpkin. I was blown away by the idea.
Innovative.
If it was actually so tasty that, it's something that I'm really looking forward to seeing it on the grocery shelves, because it's a good alternative. So when we look to the $1 billion export potential that the government wants to explore, or when you look to the reduction of the food import bill, the only way to achieve that is via import substitution. In other words, if you are accustomed buying strawberry jam, let's look to a locally made guava jam.
Exactly.
If you are, in tune buying a foreign cereal, let's go to Tobago and eat farine as a cereal, because that is what it was.
Absolutely.
It's used for.
One of the things that I've always questioned is that we've got the best cocoa in the world.
Oh, yes.
We've got the best scorpion pepper in the world. Actually, it's in demand. Why can't we invest into having more, creating more, and helping when it comes to export?
I was excited when the whole talk about pepper spray came out. Because do you know the ingredient in pepper spray comes from pepper, right? Hence the name pepper spray. So the Scoville limit, the Scoville amount and the capsicum, that is the chemical component found in your pepper. And if you look at pepper, when you cut your hot pepper and you're making your choker later, when you cut your pepper, you see that little tissue that the pepper seeds are connected to. Sometimes we cut off that and say, nah, I ain't eating that. That's the hot part.
Yeah.
Well, that is where the Scoville limit is in its highest. So when I heard about pepper spray, I was like, wow, this is an innovation that we here in the Caribbean need to capitalize on.
Correct.
Because capsicum, which is the ingredient used in pepper spray, we can produce that here in quantities that can be commercialized. And it's a very, very expensive ingredient. So the Moruga scorpion pepper, which we shared the first place in the world for being the hottest pepper for quite a number of years, until now there's not a lot more pepper in the market, like the Reaper, the Ghost, the Caroline, all these things now have made our Moruga scorpion just went down a couple notches, but it's still an excellent product that we can capitalize and market, not just for pepper and pepper sauce, but for the raw material and the ingredient for the industrialization of pepper. You talk about cocoa. We here are the innovators and movers and shakers of the world's fine or flavor cocoa.
Yes.
We need to market it. But if you speak to all the chocolatiers, all the cocoa producers here in Trinidad, they can't get enough beans. Apart from climate change, and that is what the conversation I saw in the government, where they speak to climate resilience and modernization, emphasis on greenhouse farming, water harvesting, crop insurance, smart agricultural technology. All those elements, as referred to in the budget presentation, I'm a little bit disappointed that the Minister of Agriculture didn't go into details and actually let the population know what exactly we can look forward to and where these innovation and these ideas will go as it relates to cocoa, helping our cocoa farmers. And the only way you could increase cocoa is by planting more cocoa estates. And if you speak to a lot of persons in the Grande area, in the Tamana area, in Brazil, Montserrat area, Grand Couva, you will pass and you will see hundreds of abandoned cocoa fields.
Yes.
When you talk to the owners of the field, they will tell you the number one problem why they're getting out of it is labor and the cost of labor. To get labor to tend to their trees, to prune, to fertilize, to generally maintain, it is almost difficult. Governments in the past did try CPEP in agriculture, farm PEP I think it was called, and it really didn't survive the test of time to say if it was successful or not. But as a government, I think we really need to do something about getting labor on farms that will help the citrus, the cocoa, and more for large estate owners to really do more and produce more, because we produced hundreds of tons of cocoa at one point in time. And now it's bare minimum, a fraction of the production. Yeah. So it's something that we really need to talk about, and it's something that, you know, we really have to allocate some of the resources in this budget into those types of production, because it has foreign exchange revenue generation.
Exactly.
That is something that we need to see as well happen.
Mr. Singh, I could continue this conversation for hours, because you've got such a wealth of knowledge and, of course, the experience, the years from a child. And it's really been a very rewarding conversation to understand, you know, how you think and how innovative you think as well. I do believe there's a lot that you've got to still share with us, and I hold you now so that we could have some more conversations, see more of you, so that you could now help us to empower our young, the youth, our farmers. How can they be empowered? What incentives there are? You know, guide them step by step to being proud, being taking this seriously, a farmer as a career. I want to thank you and wish you continued success. I know you are you're very successful at your farming. You're doing exceptionally well. I want to congratulate you on that. And I really trust and hope we'll see and hear more of you.
Thank you so much. And before I depart today, I want to say to you, Zelisa, thank you so much for, you know, the realistic approach to life in general. And this show, it opens up a new meaning to life and a new horizon for us here in Trinidad and Tobago. And I mean, just the topic in terms of what, you know, all of the various things that you've been discussing over time deals directly at the core of our population. So agriculture, I'm always happy to share with you and join you in discussion. And it's something that is in my blood and something that I will always be willing to share and discuss and give advice and to be a part of. Yes. So I want to thank you and your thousands of viewers for participating in this conversation today and just giving me the opportunity to share my 2 cents on the agriculture budget and how I see it impacting on our economy going forward.
Most certainly, and I think you have, in terms of not just in knowledge, but the strength that you have with regards to been there, done that, understand inside out, right fit. There's so much that you can impart to help us, to help Trinidad and Tobago to grow. God bless you. We'll see you very soon. I'm sure you'll continue to share your wealth of knowledge and experiences with us.
Thank you.
God bless you, sir. Thank you kindly. This is where we're going to wrap things up for today. Let me remind you to be kind, be courteous, respect the law of the land. Here's reminding you that with God, all things are possible. Thank you kindly for choosing us here at Real TV. I am Zelisa Budusing Rupani. Be safe. See you soon.